everyone, my name is Jerk, and welcome to the big show. You all seem to be in a very good mood. I wonder why that could be. Could it be because it is the freaking weekend? Could it be because you've cleared your schedule for the next 48 hours, grabbed the old bucket out of the closet, washed it out, and are preparing to achieve Colonel 100 this weekend in the Bad Company 2 remaster? What? There's more to it than that remaster? There's a whole other game? What are we even doing here? All right, the big show. And we have a guest here that has been a long time in the making. So let's get them out here, ladies and gentlemen. The ship I have been using all those global XP boosters for over the past 3.5 months. And the reason I don't have the Royal Navy carriers, the legendary tier heavy Russian cruiser. Give it up for Stalingrad. Da, comrades. Bitva начинается. It is back in the port. It is wearing black on the outside because black is how it feels on the inside. And with zero money spent to acquire it. So I don't want to hear any pay-to-win talk. And let's just take it in. It is so slinky in that goth black dress. If you were around the last time we showed this off, you'll recall I quickly answered the question of whether it is worth 2 million global XP, and in a short answer, yes. A slightly longer answer is yes, but don't spend money, and the longest answer is yes, don't spend money, don't make it your first global XP ship, but don't let it be your last. There is no rush because you're going to need a high-level commander to get the most out of it. And for me, there's some hoes in this house, and it is, hey, this is looking familiar. Ivan the Terrible with Betty Davis-eyed Storm and Norman Scott and Mr. Klinutskoy. So why would anybody even want this ship? It only has AP, and its concealment is that of the Death Star. That's no moon. It is Stalingrad. Well, one, because it is one of the twin black stars of Carcosa, but two, its AP and its accuracy. Now, it's true that sometimes you'll get the unlucky roll and your shells will flip out, but the only other ship that even comes close to the accuracy of this one is the Ubari. I mentioned I have Ivan B. Delightful as 15 Legendary 2 now, and that next week I will have him up to 16 Legendary 3, and that's going to increase the accuracy and shell grouping even more. Perhaps so much so that we can kick Norman Scott to the curb and put someone else on there for a more exciting build. Anyway, if you are ever bored, look at the shell flight time when I'm in binocular view and see the travel time. It is crazy. And it allows you to target specific parts of ships with deadly precision. I have fit full salvos between the smallest rock gaps. I can target turrets from 16 kilometers away. And if you are comfortable enough with yourself to explore the other side of the map, you pervs, you can get yourself into crossfire positions that cover most of the map. That is actually why I'm so far out on this side. I was hoping the two battleships that spawned with me would, move forward a little bit, just a little, just a smidge, but no. So I am kind of stuck out here with no crossfire, just targeting that Tirpitz' turrets and superstructure over and over until we could bait that destroyer into making a mistake, which they are going to do now. They probably just got bored. We saw that they sent torps at me, but, I was kind of expecting that. I'm kind of putting myself out there to be a target. And I kind of waste a radar there because the shells were already in the air. But anyway, no more destroyer down here. Nothing to worry about. Surely everybody can move forward now. If you take a gander at the mini-map, it looks like the Reds have control of the East, and our team doesn't believe in the capping philosophy of the game. So my plan is as follows. Get A cap, and then head to B because that's where the fight's going to go down. But to be able to get A, I need the Tirpitz gone, and I know those legendary battleships behind me can lob that shot and delete it with ease, but like one of my exes used to say, don't do anything, honey, you're just here to look pretty. And we get our first ship sunk on the Bismarck. So, how can you encourage a Tirpitz to move? Well, one, a destroyer could send torps at them, or two, I can break their turrets permanently, and I can't emphasize that enough. This ship is a turret wrecker. I don't think I've permanently disabled a Yamato gun yet, but every other ship, battleship, or bow tanking goddamn Wichita or whatever, you target their turrets, and 2, 3 salvos, they are sitting there with bent forks trying to eat dinner. So I think that has gotten the Tirpitz' attention, but our destroyer will have to convince the Tirpitz to fire up the boilers and come out here to do what they should have done 4 minutes ago. Guys, if you're taking out a brawler, then brawl. If you come out here in a flanker, then flank. Whether that's a battleship, cruiser, whatever, it is just a game. So it is silly to try and turn a ship into something it's not. And speaking of something it's not, let's just touch on the Riga real quick. There's been a lot of disappointment out there going around saying the ship is no bueno, and I mentioned in my Tallinn video that I was holding off judgment until I, quote, figured it out, and I'm happy to report I have. My issue was that it looks like a Stalingrad, so I was trying to play it like Stalingrad, but you know what? Elizabeth Olsen looks like her sisters. But they aren't the same. Well, her sisters are, but she's not. Where was I going with this? Oh, right. Riga, it looks like Stalingrad, but it is really more of a pocket Vladivostok. And so I am pleased to report I am having great games in it now, and it's only going to be a matter of time until we get them onto the big show. Back to the moment at hand, the Tirpitz is down, and I'm flipping the cap. And sure enough, it looks like the action is going to be happening at B. And let me ask you a question real quick. What is the battleship south of C doing? Just sitting there, looking pretty, hoping somebody will notice? Hey girl, you want to see something neat? You want to get out of here? Let's get out of here. Let's get out of the A cap and let's head over to B. Now, this ship, it is not a brawler. Yes, it is tanky. It's got the 32mm bow. It's got plenty of side armor for bouncing Yamato shells, all sorts of good stuff. But it does have an exposed citadel. And just about anything getting access to that broadside will wreck you. So just like your profile picture on Tinder, you need to know your angles. And I think it was last stream, a viewer was saying they'd like me to do more compilation highlights from games where something fun happens, but I don't actually save the game. And I've been meaning to, but I just keep forgetting. But on the plus side, what is going to happen at B momentarily would definitely be on that reel. So hold on to your butts. And the reason I'm going to go barreling into B right now is because of where my team is positioned. And I can come through the south side for a crossfire. We'll have the battleship able to shoot through the gap. We've got that destroyer to the north, so everything looks as good as it's going to get. But also because if we just let the red team set up and be how they want to, then we could lose this game. Things are definitely far from over. We know the destroyer and 2 Alaskas are at B. We know the Monarch is up north trying to find the Northwest Passage, and God only knows where their Yamato is. But knowledge is power. So having mostly known knowns and only 1 known unknown and 0 unknown unknowns is the best option. You know? Alright. You have your popcorn ready? This isn't going to last long, but pause it because things are going to happen quite quickly. I'm going to use my radar there to get all the information that I need to know. We know the Loyang's health is low. We know the Alaska to the north's health is low. We know which way they are angled, and now we know that the Alaska directly in front of me is using HE. But let's sit here and see what happens. And there it is, your Taco Bell play of the game. The Red Alaska unloads their broadside into their teammate. And that pretty much guarantees that I live. You know, I don't consider myself to be a Columbo or anything, but that looked suspect. I mean, maybe that was aimed at me, but it sure looked like it was directly aimed at their friendly. I don't know. I guess we're kind of at the same angle right now. No, maybe it was aimed at me, but yeah, you know, your shells, in case you don't know, they don't pass through terrain. Well, ghost shells do. But they also don't pass through your teammates. They don't damage your teammates, but they do not pass through your teammates. Anywho, this Alaska's coming around right now. Gonna give up the goods, just line up the shot, and we will go ahead and pick up Kraken 330 in the Stalingrad. Not a bad little brawl right there, but I don't know about you all, but it's Friday, and I could go for a cold one. In fact, I could go for 6 cold ones, if you know what I'm saying. And oof, that Yamato just took a nasty hit from the Vladivostok that's been sitting down there looking pretty, but I am not having high hopes for that Vladivostok to actually live. So, just gonna reverse and get these turrets turned around, and we'll see. Alright, Vladivostok goes down. Do you think that the Yamato will help me out here? Can they see the thirst in my eyes? Oh, man, it is hot here today, too. It is back to 90 degrees. That's like 35 Celsius for you civilized people. Anyway, we have backed up here. We're about to spot the Yamato. Check this out. All right. They are accommodating us by turning around and going broadside. We will get the shot out. And we will get the 6-pack. All right, let's see this scoreboard. 2,843 XP for a good game, and you know, if the majority of the red team is over 1,000 XP in a loss and legendary tier, then I will say that's a good game for them too. So a handshake like they've got you pushing pencils down at the CIA, and that's gonna... No, it's not. This does not wrap it up for this one. I'm going to show you Kraken 321 and the Stalingrad as well, but I am old school and I'm so cool, so don't be a damn fool. If you'd like to see an old school zero commentary game, that's the second half of this one. But if you don't, then you could just hit like if you don't need no stinking HE, and hit dislike if you've never even seen the Conqueror's AP. Questions, comments, whatevs, leave it down below. If you want to see that Riga video that's surely coming up, think about hitting subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another one soon, and we will talk then. Please enjoy the next one.
Бой начинается.
Союзник, требуется твоя поддержка. С меня причитается.
Силы противника на горизонте.
Пожарная тревога.
Вижу эсминец противника.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Вражеский эсминец потоплен. Наша команда получила преимущество.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Пожарная тревога.
All stations. Position of a strategic target.
Вражеский крейсер уничтожен. Вражеский эсминец уничтожен.
Торпеды прямо по курсу. Торпеды прямо по курсу. калибра выведены из строя. Неполадки устранены. Пожарная тревога.
Вражеский линкор
Наша
уничтожен.
команда близка к победе.